AI is not a wish wheel. It's not like you drop a coin, it will become true. It's so easy when you are releasing something that does not exist in the market. It's really easy. You make it so complicated because you want to
True.
give everything. Either you're creating something, express yourself, or you're creating a design to solve your problem. We need to make sure that we're showing the right component for the right client.
All right. So we'll begin with your background, how you come up with the idea of becoming a part of this industry, and what is your background? What is your story behind any inspiration?
Yeah, my name is Wenjia. I'm
All right.
currently the product lead for Creatie AI.
All right.
And my previous role was a principal product designer for a real estate company that I worked for 3 years.
All right.
At the very end, they started picking on the AI. So AI kind of like started on this topic in the industry that people are thinking about adopting their product probably a year or
Yeah.
maybe like 2 years ago.
Okay.
But AI is not new. It's not a new technology. It's not a new research that has been mentioned in multiple research papers before. It's
Okay.
just like based on the data we had and technology we had, people doesn't understand how to interact with AI until people realize, oh, prompt is a good way. And then we develop our own way in the design. My previous, I'm also pursuing my PhD
Okay.
in design field right now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's also ongoing.
All right.
I'm also a Paddy mermaid trainer, by the
Okay. We
way.
will be
So
trainer.
that's another
Okay.
showcase.
Okay. Okay. So okay.
Yeah, something fun in life. Yeah, so Creatie AI is a designer tool that you can think as similar to Figma, Sketch, Photoshop, InVision that people have been using in the past. All of those tools actually just appeared those tools because people need a tool to design another tool or to design website, to design digital transformation for their process. And during the workflow as it developed, there are a lot of things that designer have to do repetitively. For example, if you are designing a product, you might have to keep your design system consistent. You have to make sure all the hex code are consistent, spacing, communication with the developers. That became a chunk of work. And during our investigation, we realized a lot of those things can be improved by AI, which means if AI can take care of a lot of things that designer have to spend multiple time repeating doing, then designer would be free their mind to do more critical thinking and the strategy planning. So yes, beautiful question. There are so many problems to solve under this design world. You
All
have
right.
different industry that need a different component. You have different designer role, you need a different solution for the flow, right? UI designer versus product designer versus user experience designer, they might need different things. And also we have visual graphic designer, marketing, brand design. All of them need a different solution. So other tools might have a big, like they're specific focusing on the chunk. What made us different is we do have a very solid foundation, which means with or without AI, you can use our foundation to complete your workflow, to complete your communication. That's totally cool. But with AI, it means it lift up your spirit. You can start with inspiration easily by dragging a little square, we call it a marquee. Marquee square, you draw it, will show you based on the size, based on the location, will tell you, are you looking for a header? Are you looking for navigation? Those are the design we have prepared for you or generated for you. You just need to easily drag in and drop as a basically playing with the Lego. That speed up the designer have to go search on Dribble, Behance, other resource to think about the layout, think about those locations, think about different component they need. And then
Okay.
the next step is we do have the AI tool image enhancer and also Magicon that help designer to come up with images and icons easily. You don't have to go to another tool, another website.
Okay.
Download, downsize, drag it back, and put into your design. Everything can be completed within your
It's like a one window
canvas.
solution.
And also we do have a, yeah, it's just within the solution. You don't have to change, like it's almost like you don't have to change computer to do the same work. You
Okay.
just stay within the same space and finish it. That will help you to get more focus. At the same time, that make collaboration easier too. You can immediately send other people file on the canvas, say, hey, do you like this icon? What about this image? People can make
Okay.
in comments on each other. And one of the beautiful feature I love, it's not AI, is you can actually talk and doodle, which means if you're working remote like me, If I need to send you a comment, I normally have to type into a little box, be like, oh, please tell me to change this. I need this to move out 2 pixels, change to the color red, hex code, da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
But now what you can do is you can just talk and you will record your voice for 15 seconds. You can just draw on the design saying, I need this to be changed. Can you help me to move this over? Then you can send it. That will actually save your communication time. And they also give you a
True.
multivariant communication way. Yeah, so you feel different when you're communicating. It's more emotional. You feel like connecting with a human. So we're developing those like fun things to help people to collaborate. So we are definitely looking to have collaboration opportunities with others, but we just grow. We launched in March, and now we have a little bit less than 50,000 registered user. We have about
Great.
bit over 10,000 follower on LinkedIn. So we're on the rise of growing. We're definitely looking for opportunities. So if there's anyone or any partners please send them our way. We're approaching 2 big partners and big players too. Yeah, there are a lot of challenges. I think the biggest one, I'm going to focus on AI since we're focusing on the AI topic. The biggest challenge on the AI is the data. Have good quality data means everything in training of the algorithm. So when you're thinking about there are different papers coming out every day about different algorithm to help you to adjust accuracy of result, helping to predict better. At the end of the day, what's helping them to be more accurate is a good quality data. Design comes with a lot of design is not engineered. There's a black and white.
Subject.
There's black and white, there's right and wrong. Design comes with good, excellent, beautiful, amazing, thrive. You have different level of people feeling about the visual. So in order to better predict design in the AI, we need a human interaction. We need to like have designer, experienced designer to give us data saying this design would work in certain scenario, in certain design. Those are the data super precious, and it's not a lot of them available. It's not like you go to GitHub, you can find that data. So we have to accumulate those data from user experience, from other research, from also our own library, in order to better train the data to have more accurate. I wouldn't say our AI is the best, but I'm gonna say like the way we're working on the AI and the way we're contributing to AI is gonna help to take a long run to be the best. Let me split your question to 2. The first one is, I'm talking about user testing as a company that does user testing. So we use user testing as our contractor to do user testing. And we do not record. We do not record our user behavior. We are not capable. It's not, we don't want to. We'd love to have the consent, but we are not capable because we have so many users and the layer of level, different time zone, right? Like, so there's out of mind we would do that. But what have been helping us to secure is, number one, we have very, very minimal data tracking. And the reason why is we are building our own data. What's it called? Superset. Basically, we are predicting data from your behavior log, not your interaction. And that behavior log is the engineered data. It's not like tracking you from 1 to B. It's not like, oh, I'm going to sell you from A to B. It doesn't work that way. It's that we see how many users created a new file, how many users shared a file, how many users joined us. Those are like very basic data. And that help us improve to see if user doesn't use AI from A to C, then we have to do some improvement. That's just very basic. So we do not have the advantage or luxury of seeing like everything. We'll have to analyze the data ourselves.
I see.
And secondly is we do not track anything user design. And the reason is everything within the canvas you're creating, we have no capability to design. We have no capability to track. And the 3, because AI can generate multiple variants, and it's really up to the individual, the company who is using the AI to decide which one to use. So it does not value us to track which AI did you use or which setup to use, because even we use the same setting used to generate that image, we will have a different result.
True.
So we don't need to know that data because how AI can do is like more than just limited to the certain category. So that being answered, the question is we are not doing the selling and advertising through our channel. And the second is we do not have a capability of tracking within the canvas. And the third is we are aware of interaction data by log. We do not track the data by behavior. So just, yeah,
Now,
that I hope that
that's
answered the
interesting.
question. I wouldn't say unusual. I would say very interesting how people using the tool could be very different. So since I started lead this project, we've meet with the user pretty much every week. Every other week we'll meet with the user, and we have this amazing team from India.
Okay.
He is one person facing to 30 engineer. And I
Okay.
don't know why, maybe that's a normal like a ratio in India that we have more engineer than designer and product lead. So he's like running around designing all the time to feed all the engineer team work and make sure everyone's happy, make sure the project's running. And he discovered us through one of our posts and he registered. So we reached out to him asking for an interview. He's interested in joining us as a light program early adopter. So we had this meeting. And the first trial he tested with us is that he said, Adobe XD doesn't work anymore. So, but all of my personal portfolio are on XD, so I'm going to import to your platform. So he did that import.
Okay.
And he was amazed at how accurate that import is. So he kept all his personal file on that. And then he started to play with AI from there to help his design in the actual work. And I asked him to ask him more of his team member to join because we have free dev mode. We don't charge for dev mode. If you need inspection D2C, you can just come and just check. So he got more guest viewer from developer side to view his file, help the development. Then we had another follow-up meeting. I asked him to join, to test our new feature with AI and test our new feature with the slot we just released last week. And he became our advocate naturally. Like the other day we saw he would post randomly on social media about us, be like, try Creatie, this is great.
Okay.
So that just made my day to become because the interaction with the designer, they loved our product as a foundation product, and they also loved our AI, and also liked me, I think, and become the advocate of the product. So that means a lot to me. If that's a success story, not saying business side, but the client side, that means a lot, yeah. AI is not a wish will. It's not like you drop a coin, it will become true. AI takes time. It's a science, it's engineer work. So people need to make sure the expectation about AI is realistic, first of all. And the second is I realize something's changing in the design is because more AI can do graphical work, which means they can create an illustration for you, they can generate the icon for you, they can predict what you're going to say in a better text or better descriptive way. Designer naturally a visual person. They don't have I wouldn't say all, but I would say most of the designer grow up with a visual. So if you're asking designer to write about what they're going to design text, it's more difficult. Then give them a pen, just be like, draw, what are you thinking?
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah,
They can just make it done. So I realized something is changing because more AI can do more work. And some people from design, they are not purely graphic designer anymore. They are going towards the product creation. They wanted to create something functional with a feature can make the world better. And those are the people will become kind of what we call product manager nowadays, but they have the design skill. And all they need is maybe another AI to help them to code, to deploy, or a tool, or another helper or person, whoever that round is. And I do realize that blur between the product manager and the designer become very blurred. They are growing together. They are becoming tight. And not just because of AI, but also because of how nowadays people work and think. They wanted to have more stakeholder thinking. They have more high-level control of the visual they wanted to go. And I have my personal prediction of where the industry overall is going to tweak through is more personalized, customizable app will appear. Those little mini superpower product manager plus designer will create a very personalized. If I need alert, if I need something like a calendar specifically for me, I need to alter that. I need to make it work for me. But now if a calendar is designed for me, then that's a very customizable feature. And people will be capable to do that. And AI will become a big booster to that progress. Okay, good question. So I would say this is similar as cooking. You have to come up with what you want to eat in order to get the ingredient, right? Now AI can buy the ingredients for you, can maybe cook for you, but you need to come up with what you want to eat. I think people will become that imagination editor. They can come up with the idea. set up the standard and quality control. But the thing between your idea to becoming the real, some of them can be done with AI. Not saying like they'll come up with a new idea. I don't believe AI can come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
They might be generating ideas from the data, but
Right.
people can come up with a new idea to challenge the AI to become it realistic. So I think a human will think more like an editor or leader or product thinker rather than they have to be like hands-on, do all the coding, make sure my HTML and CSS work on the script. There's so many. The very number one is see the team grow with the AI growing, because it's never an ending journey. You cannot, everybody comes to work, be like, I want a stable job. I want to get paid. I want to get the benefit every day, right? There are a lot of them. So first of all, the team growing really fast. You see how team are learning about new AI technology every day, every week. You see they're coming up with new ideas. And we're pivoting together, which does not make everyone comfortable, but we at the end of the day, we align. So within inside, I see the team growing. I see everybody is very positive about this project. That made me really rewarding. And the second is when I had an event last week, no, 2 weeks ago in Irvine, California, and you see how people reacting to an AI design tool, their question, also their concerns about, are you going to charge a lot? What is the pricing model? Is AI safe? If my data upload to AI, will you be training it? Would my property of in design be trained? So all of those questions come from the market side, from the client, challenged me to think about those things. Maybe when I'm thinking about product, I don't think about it. And the third is when you see about all the competitors within the same industry, there are new ideas coming up. It's also very inspirational. Like you would have AI can help to generate images immediately. You have AI to generate UI framework or prototype. Those are things inspire us to keep it going. Doesn't mean we have to make sure what the people do, we do. No, it's more like someone is really good at that. Let's collaborate. Let's make sure that we work on the best out of our own pocket. Beautiful. I'm going to talk about the feature Creatie Wizard. Creatie Wizard was one of the 5 features we released initially with AllAboutAI because we didn't know which one would work the best. So we had 5. And then when we release a feature, we see people naturally are using certain ones more than the other from the behavior. And I think about why, because maybe one of the features you just need it once. You don't need to use it every single time. Like you don't check your design system every day. That would be crazy, right?
Yeah.
But you might be using design to generate a graphical work, like check your image, crop your background. I don't know, like people love seeing visual new things. And we'll look at the data, we see that Creatie Wizard become one of the features people actually really enjoy because it's a different way of interacting with the AI. Like I said, designer doesn't want to type a full paragraph or essay to tell you what to do. They wanted to draw. So the naturally dragging that square make behavior in their mind already like easy. I can drag a square. Once they drag a square, we show them different design or generate a design they can select from. That inspire them to just drag and drop, and then they do the edit. It doesn't take their joy of editing and alter away, but it's give them a framework to get started with. So we dived into more with that feature. And the second release we're about to release this month is we are going to connect that generation with your own design system, which means if you have a design system with your theme color in green and a certain font or certain text ratio or certain shadow or certain button, then we'll use that component to generate those components we show you. So you're not editing back to your design system. You're editing based on the design system generation to enhance it, to improve it, rather than reinventing the wheel. And the next step is we'll generate more variables for your different industry. Some people may work in crypto, some people may work in the hotels, some people may work in real estate. The component that they use could be completely different. And we need to make sure that we're showing the right component for the right client, rather than they have to see the same thing and filter, or they have to like go through different scroll to find the right one. So every single step is like based on how user react, we move on to another step. Another user behave, then we move on to the next step. It is for everyone. If you go to our product, you see like if you're creating a frame, you can create different social media websites. That's basic. We also allow you to create your own size, to customize your own size. So yeah, it is for everyone. But if that's from our product side. Anyone wanted to design trial tool, like have fun, go enjoy our AI. By the way, it's free. So do like enjoy as much fun as it now because we are not going to be free forever.
Okay.
We have a monetization plan. We'll have a free version, but more of the advanced feature that takes a
Of
lot of
course, that's
energy will come with a charge as a fair and reasonable ask,
yeah.
right? Beautiful. So our current target, or our facing like very valuable, and the value we wanted to offer is to help startups, small and medium business to grow. And a
Okay.
few reasons. One is they do have a tight budget and limited resource within their design department. So our AI tool become a booster to help them more efficient and easy and quick, ship fast and hand off faster. And the second is because we're a new tool, we have a better pricing plan than other competitors. So on the budget, there would be less concern about surprising charge or all of a sudden unstabilized. We'll make sure that we cater to those good service and good support. And the third is as the AI grow, as a smaller company grow, some small company will grow in 3 years to big company. Some startup will grow and become in 3 years. We wanted to be growing with them in the community. So when they become enterprise or big company, if they're still supporting us, we'll be growing with them too. So anybody join us will more like cooking each other in such a cultural rather than we're the tool, you use it all one. Yeah. Super good question. Super good question. Because it's so easy when you are releasing something that does not exist in the market. It's really easy. You make it so complicated because you want to
True.
give everything. Like
In
I
one
want to
place.
give you all my jambalaya from the dessert, from appetizer to the dessert. Like people will come and be like, I just want to order in and out the ABC, right? Like a McDonald's double, triple cheese. So I think user interface need to be simple, but the technology need to be very solid. Developing the technology need to be comprehensive enough
True.
to take a lighter lift from user to interact with. For example, our feature Magicom, people love the Magicom because we generate a graphic for them. It's super cute. Like you can generate a 3D icon, 2D icon. You can crop the background, you can enlarge it, make it small, like whatever. You can do a lot of graphical work. But the thing is, we made it complicated at the very first version. People need to select reference image, need to select the style, need to select how likely do you want this generated image to the one you submit. And then you have to select a multiple filter and define a color in order to generate. That's like 8 different click in order to generate one icon. That's a higher lift for user. And I don't even understand as a PM some of the like similar, not similar, archery level, water archery level. Those are things very complicated. So it's simplified for the second version we're releasing now is to give
Okay.
user a very quick edit. They
Okay.
select the style, they select the item, and they tell us what they wanted to do. If they wanted to be creative, they can select super simple similar to the one. If they don't want it to be creative, they'd be like, just exactly to be, super different from the one, or just exactly to be the reference. So
Okay.
user can, within 4 or 3 clicks, they can see the icon based on their requirement rather than giving them complication. We are continually simplifying and making consistent experience improvement. But at the same time, I think AI is still trying to figure out how to interact with human. And the difficult part about the AI is you cannot control it. You don't know where AI is going. So you have to
True.
keep trying, keep generating in order to find the one. And we need to find out when we keep generating not the right one. That's negative signal. And next time we generate that, we need to prevent that happening to the user. There are two aspects for any of the AI tool in the market. One is you wanted to make into a product really quick based on the current data and based on the current algorithm. Then you need to figure out where the market hasn't been touched yet. For example, people might be curious about AI and they might not have certain tool to help them. Maybe like you have AI creating for every day, make my routine alert, or feed my cat, or alert me about when to take the pill, or call my dad. Those can be generated because that's basic data and people really easy to adapt. And I don't think there's any of a big AI in that market yet. So looking for the need in the market that hasn't been adopted by AAI, but there's opportunity. That helps you to get the monetization faster or get your product into the market fit better. Second is if you are solid on developing or researching AI, figuring out where you can get the best data possible. There are a lot of data out there, and there are a lot of messy data within the data as noise. Knowing how to filter out the good data for your algorithm and for your result is a huge amount of work. I think that back then Amazon hired a huge team from India just to tag Amazon Go on people buying certain items. Those are the things that takes manual work. It's not like AI can label it. No, you have to take a manpower to label that. Have a good valid data is super valuable, but it does not monetize. It does not make product market fit faster. So if you have enough money and you have a deep heart of training your AI, make sure get your AI data first and then figuring out the algorithm from there. Or if you want to just go into market and have a good product done, then figure out the market first where that hasn't been touched within the AI. Maybe have a product built for that solution, for that problem. Good question. I don't think I have the right or good definition, but I can use myself as example. I think back then, when I started to learn and have a mindset about design, I'm always finding the gap between art and design because either you're creating something express yourself or you're creating a design to solve your problem. And those one does not come into one all the time. If you want to self-expression, people might not get you immediately because that's from you. But if you're creating a design to solve a problem in the market, you have to come from the empathy, from those one feeling the pain, right? Like if you're designing a solution for dementia or little kids, those are like problem, solid problem right there. So you have to feel it in order to make it work. So those are the things that I've been debating back then as designers, like you have a visual work and you have to solve the problem. You have to like walk. And now I think with the AI come in, designer is more, they have self-expression balanced out from the design solution because AI can help them to see things they could not do. I couldn't become artist because my skill set or my creation of using the stroke, using the painting is not advanced enough to express myself to become a good artist. But now you have AI, you don't have to be the stroke painter. You can tell AI to do exactly thing for you in order to echo your mind. So I think it made the design echo back between art and the design closer the gap, and they have more control to see the result. Okay. As a product lead, I think the key is people have a good team means everything. When you have a good team, all of a sudden your message going out the design, it has a happiness in it. People would come up with this cute, fun word. If you go read about us, that's all the animals we have within the team. Everybody is so proud to share their dog, their cat, their little like, I don't know, turtle. about so the happy joy comes into a product will translate to the user. User will feel happy when they're using it. They will see cute message within and they will have a little joy when they're doing their work. So I think have a good team is foundation, no matter what product you're working on, physical, non-physical, AI, non-AI. Yeah, good team means everything. Yes, we have free now. So join now as early adopters so you can get most of it. We'll have free version forever. For sure, as far as we exist, we'll have free version. We will have monetization is more for advanced feature. You might not be that advanced user yet. Student use free, like just use it, build your portfolio, find a job.
Yes, I see.
Yes.
Great.
Any question coming to me, I have my team behind me too. So we do have a support team. Any question would be answered immediately. Not, I don't think so yet. Yeah, probably not.
All right. And does Creatie
Good
provide?
question though.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we have 10%. Interesting. I'll definitely try.
Yes. We all, yeah, we have, yeah, for sure.
Anyway, that's
Yeah,
all it took.
we will have a weekly meeting about our privacy and the data and the legal terms. So yes.
They're very important for customers these days with AI all
Very
alone.
important.
Yeah, very. Anyway, thank you so much, Miss Winjia. That's really interesting to know the story behind Creatie, your inspirations, and we definitely keep the advices that you
Yeah,
shared.
I'm so thrilled to have this interview, and thank you so much for spending time on learning about us. And
Well,
hopefully, we can offer something value to your user and whoever
pleasure.
is reading this or watching this. Give a try to Creatie. We would love to hear your feedback, and
All
also
right.
we would love to support other AI companies if you're looking for collaboration. Coming to my way, we wanted to support you as well.
We wish you good luck for your all future endeavors. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
And thank you so much. Have a good one.